Howdy, hi, and hello. I will be your host, Tyler, tonight, along with my very enthusiastic friends, and we'll go around and say hi.
Hi, I'm Noah.
Hi, I'm Holly.
Hi, I'm Krista.
Hi, I'm Cody.
All right. So last time we played a gripping and emotional RPG known as Those Dark Places. Through pure determination and grit, your crew flew a makeshift craft to a lunar base and uncovered our world's dirty secrets. You learned our government was poisoning the air and charging us to breathe. With this newfound information, you flew back to Earth to expose the truth. Your mission soon became heard around the world, but it did not come without a price. Upon landing, you were met by military guards and gunned down along with Arthur's mother, Betty.
I swear I cry now.
Big Betty.
You can cry whenever you want.
I know.
So, this brings us to tonight. With your bodies riddled with holes and your lives now over, it's time for a new world to rise up. One where money holds no value and only your will keeps you alive. So, we're gonna start here. It's pitch black, and you find it hard to open your eyes. Your ears begin to ring, and you feel a rush of warmth fall over your body. And for a moment, you come to expect what can only be death. You begin to relive life from your lovable childhood memories to all your failed marriages. And then as quickly as it comes, it stops. You hear a strange beeping along with some mechanical tools, drills, and an array of voices. Hello, are you there? Wake up! Wake up, we saved you! A voice whispers in your head. You blink your eyes and awake to a pure white light, surrounded by a team of ragtag people who seem to be very happy that you are all awake. Confused by the events, you try to swing your legs off the table and sit upright. But as you do, you notice something different. Your legs, hands, and body are no longer yours. You are a combination of skin and an array of rotting, out-of-date technology. You are what a SAM unit used to be, an intelligent android with a rusty frame. But what makes you different from them is that you still have your mind. A bearded man approaches you and introduces himself as Dr. Morgan Mannheim. He is a part of a rebellious group known as the Green Thumbs. They fight for justice and vow to bring life back to the natural order. He and his small team are your saviors and have given you a second chance by transferring your minds into these robotic bodies. But, being older models, each of you have a different quirk. So, we will start with Holly. Your body fails to remain charged. So a solar panel is attached to your back, and when night falls, you power down until daylight.
Cool. When night falls, or when there's like no
whenever,
light on
whenever
her?
whenever it's dark,
Okay.
she goes night night.
Cool.
Bub, you can do the memes now.
I am constantly in a state of
Exactly. I thought it made sense. Krista, your body comes with exposed wires, and you're prone to shorting out when you come in contact with water. So be careful when it rains.
Okay.
And Cody,
Has a massive dong.
you notice you have a massive dong.
Hell yeah. But like
Slows you
uncomfortable
down.
massive where it's like
It's kind of like a
really
third
a
leg
pain
that you have to
It'll get
keep
in the
tying
way.
to the side. Yeah.
This is why we need video for that look exchange.
Yeah, that's exactly why, because I can just zoom in on both of her faces and just be like,
So, along with having a massive dong, you notice, though, you are missing a few other pieces. One of them being your left eye.
Oh,
So,
shit, you're like your dad.
when it comes...
she didn't mean it, Dad.
So when shooting a ranged weapon or making an important spot check, they're almost next to impossible.
So you said spot check.
Basically, when you're trying to like see something at like a long distance, or if you're trying to like shoot a long-ranged weapon, or like a ranged weapon in general, you're gonna have a really hard time with this.
Fuck you as a security guard now.
Right? Now, I will say each one of your...
Wait.
We're getting to you.
Fuck you.
So I will say that each one of you do have a little bit of a superpower when it comes to your quirks.
Okay.
Okay? Because obviously these are downfalls, but you're also going to have a little bit of a plus side.
Like, Cody can't shoot a gun, but his dick is now a fucking
It's now
battering
a
ram.
bat. It's a bat.
Wham! Exactly.
No different
So-
from real life.
So, Holly, along with you having this solar panel attached to your back and you go sleepy when it gets dark, during the day, any item that would be dead, a cell phone, a computer, a car, anything that's dead, you can actually wire into it and charge it. So, Krista, here's yours.
Okay.
Okay, so obviously, you short out when you come in contact with water.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say what happens is that when you do short out, everybody better run because you explode. You will
That's not
literally
good.
shoot out a 50-foot range ball of lightning in every fucking direction. And you will short out or shock anybody who's in with range of that happening.
So if we're ever in trouble,
Thundercraft.
everyone starts spitting on Krista.
So she's not dead, but
She's not dead. So
Nothing's different.
whenever you get shorted out, I'll tell you when you come back awake. It's not a death sentence.
Okay.
Okay. But I will say it does take a while. Like, so don't just be jumping in puddles for funsies because you think you're gonna
Okay. Me and Krista
No,
are gonna
I just
go
sat that
meme.
there.
Oh, okay. All right, and Cody. So, obviously you're missing a few pieces. There's other pieces that are missing from you that I will tell you later. But what's most important here is that you have the opportunity to craft an even better eye when you find the pieces. All right, and now it comes to Arthur, our lonely little bot.
can I not play?
During
Can you
the
not be a little bitch?
Okay, but see,
I'm about to cry.
no, you won't cry. This is good. This is good for you. This is good for you. This is good for you. During the transfer of your memories, they were contaminated, leaving you with no feelings or human emotions whatsoever. You are solely driven to complete your mission and nothing more. So with that being said, you can and will not succumb to any effects of pressure.
Ooh. Now, if he still gets to a high enough pressure level, will he
He can't.
die?
He
Oh.
can't. He
I
cannot.
thought he could still take levels of pressure, but just not feel the effects of it.
Nope. No, he cannot. His pressure is nothing.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
It's
so
like
you have to
it's-
die from the
Does
old-fashioned
that
way.
also
Yeah.
apply to peer pressure?
He is literally like
Emotionless.
He's
Just
emotionless
nothing.
completely.
Oh, shit.
Unless it
So,
has
like-
something to do with a mission,
Yeah.
he will not do it.
So if it comes down to saving us or completing the mission,
He
he's
will
completing
complete a
the
mission.
Yeah.
If you fall off of a building and if he thinks that it's taking too much time, he will let you fall
Yeah.
just to complete
going,
whatever the thing is. Okay? Got that there, champ? All right.
You can cry now. That's fine.
Fuck you.
He's not
All right.
allowed to.
So, with that being said, the doctor gathers you in front of a large monitor, and he tells you that this computer will be your connection not only to them, but to your mission. And in a solace voice, he tells you to watch. As the screen flickers and a sweet and familiar voice comes on and says, "All of you have made an ultimate sacrifice to return this world to its former self, and it will not go unnoticed. But I have a plan to end this and to take Earth back for good. I may no longer have a body, but I have access to so much more. My only regret is that I can no longer hold my boy." I love you, son. You notice on the side of the computer it reads B3T-T, or Betty for short. Arthur stares blankly at the screen, completely unfazed by his mother's own affection.
Damn.
This is my hell.
So sorry.
Just tell me the mission.
Noah's pissed.
The doctor tells you the plan is to... The doctor tells you the plan is to reverse the filtration system on the government's domes and to draw their own poisons into their sanctuaries. Today, we will not be stealing from the rich and giving to the poor. We will be killing the rich and saving the poor. All you have to do is pick up a device called a bug and implant it into their network to make this happen. So, with that being said, the next thing you guys know, the screen comes back on. And in that same sweet, familiar voice, Betty gives you a map. And on that map, or on the screen, you see the small town that you guys have lived in. Basically, I'm just going to keep it simple. I tried to get a map, but it just wasn't anything that I was looking for, so we're just going to fly by the seat of our pants. Imagine just a main street, okay? One side, there's your buildings on each side, okay? Basically, imagine our town, okay? Mm-hmm. But at the center of it, where our park is, the park is kind of like in the middle, and there's like a road that you drive around, kind of like a
roundabout.
Kind of like a roundabout, but it's huge, okay. Right? Like there's like a small pond in there. There's a bunch of trees and pathways and walkways, that sort of thing. You will be meeting a man and fellow Green Thumb member by the name of Johnny Marrin. He lives in a secret location inside the city's park. Inside the town, there's a liquor store, a hardware store, a gas station, a clothing store, an electronics store, and a grocery store. I will also remind you, the government thinks that you're dead for now. Basically, sorry, I have to also explain the rest of the thing that we're looking at. Beyond the stores and beyond the park, on the outskirts of town, is the government's dome. Basically, it is a large indoor terrarium, basically for human beings. It has its own trees. It has its own rivers. It's humongous, right? Like it has its own like little city built inside. There's buildings, government officials. It's highly guarded, highly surrounded, that sort of thing. I will tell you, as you look around, just be careful on who you talk to and the things that you say, because not everybody's on your side. Okay, so I will say, do you remember whenever one of the other crew members came down with you and he shut down some of the drones in the area and a lot of the people were watching them drop from the sky? Well, social media is a thing in this time and world, and because we still all have phones. So a lot of people have seen this, right? A lot of people are now against the government. The government's losing their grip on reality, and everything that they've created. A lot of people are fighting back. So you do have a lot of, people rearing for you. But there is some people still on the government side because they think that it's fake news or bullshit or that sort of thing. Some people look at you as radicals. Some people look at you as saviors. So it's something that you just want to keep in mind as we play.
Now, looking our new way, do we have to should we be covered up in hoodies and pants and all of that? So
I mean, okay, so I will say you do live in this time period. People know that there are SAM units. People have seen SAM units that look like you.
Okay, I was gonna say, but do they look as fucked up as us?
You're still definitely gonna draw some attention being an older unit. A lot of them have been disposed of or repurposed, that sort of thing. So you just blatantly walking around, because you gotta also think too, SAM units back then were owned by people. You know what I mean? They were like the older SAM units especially were just owned by people to do whatever mission or task they were given. Mm-hmm. So the fact that you're just 4 SAM units just bebopping down the street is going to draw a little bit of attention.
So then first things first, we should cover up as much as we can.
Yeah, so there's a liquor store, a hardware store, a gas station, a clothing store, an electronics store, and a grocery store.
So we should probably go to the clothing store.
You said that the SAM units were repurposed, the older ones.
Right.
What would they have been repurposed for?
Like really meaningless jobs. Like some would be like garbage men. Some might be like a clerk at a store or something like that. Something where like the tasks are not are super hard to achieve.
Gotcha.
They're not like highly complicated.
Yeah.
Shout out to all our garbage men and store clerks listening.
I'm just saying, like, they're not out there like building computers.
Not something that intelligent AI should be put to use for.
Right, because you got to think all these models are very back in the time, very expensive. So the fact that now that they're being used for this, it's kind of, I mean, like, who cares about an iPod Nano? Nobody.
Yeah.
Shout out to iPod Nano.
Sponsor? Question mark.
iPod Nano sponsor us.
We all have apples.
We love apples.
Like Granny Smith.
Honeycrisp or
Honeycrisp.
Honeycrisp or bust.
Or a good yellow delicious.
Been a while.
So basically, it's kind of very early in the morning, and you see people lining up. You hear like these large horns going off. You see a few military people coming into the middle of town. They're setting up their barricades and they're getting ready to dish out everybody's oxygen for the day. Again, you see younger folks at the front of the line. Their money's ready, handout. And the farther you go back, you see older and older people just fighting to try to get up there. Some people are having a rough time making it. You see people in the back of the line fighting over money, that sort of thing. So what would you guys like to do? Remember, you have to meet some man by the name of Johnny in the middle of the park.
Now, do we have to wait till, did they give us a time of the day?
That's up to you.
Okay.
It's whatever you think is best.
I say we should probably.
But again, it's early in the morning. There is a government presence. There's also a large crowd happening, so that's also a thing that's happening.
We should try to scuttle our way to the clothing store to get, covered up as we can. Skitter over there real quick.
Do they have anything? Do they have anything for us to use? Did they give us any equipment for this, or just not really?
No, not really. They
Okay.
they don't really have a whole lot. They're just kind of like a
back
rag.
to life. Good luck.
Yeah, basically they're giving you once on a lifetime mission to finally correct this. But yeah, that's basically it. I don't want to give out too much because you're kind of
Yeah.
get things along the way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I think clothing store first.
Clothing
And
store
then
start.
straight to the park.
Okay.
The only lead we've got.
I
Should we
will say
split
I will
up?
say that each one of you they probably gave you a few credits here and there to purchase some items. Not a whole lot, just a few. But you don't have any starting weapons or anything. So just keep that in mind. So what's your guys' game plan so I can get you in the right direction? Are you guys splitting up? Do you guys all want to go in a group? What do you want to do?
I think we should definitely split up because having 4
but now,
SAM units walking all together down a street,
But now, while the crowd's all getting their oxygen, we scurry out to the clothing store and then we're good.
that's fine. But I mean, like 2 people walk way ahead of us,
Okay.
just kind of look like we're separate, so we're not in a group. Because I feel like it would be less suspicious if you saw older SAM units walking around. I'm gonna tell everybody now. Good excuse would be as long as it's not a government official, just be like, make up some bullshit about where, like, they're testing something with old SAM units to try and repurpose us for other things. So, I don't know. See if we can lie.
could all walk with something. Like a fucking trash bag, a random box of something. Like, we could
Oh, yeah.
do
Is there
something
any
like that
trash
for right
nearby?
now.
I'm sure there's like a few trash cans lying around.
We'll grab some trash. That's fine.
Grab some trash, grab a box. And
Okay. So you're each gonna kind of like pick up like a
See,
bag
like,
or
we
a box
have
or like.
some purpose other than we're just
No.
down the street.
No, it's not, but what about you?
Yeah.
Well, it helps him with the mission. Noah can.
Yeah, whatever
helps him
helps
achieve his
him.
mission.
Whatever helps him achieve the mission, he can do.
It helps
Yeah.
him not
It's
stand
just
out.
if there's something that's in there that's like questionable, he's just not gonna do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like if he's carrying a box full of newborn
To
kittens,
blend in.
and then we
Yeah.
get to our destination, he's fucking throwing that box in the river. He doesn't care.
Wow, throwing those kittens in the river.
Yeesh. Yeah,
So-
I'll pick up some recycling.
Okay, so you
And
guys are gonna
then-
like just grab some like random trash bits and.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good
Make it look
cover
like
up.
I'm
Good
delivering
cover up.
some sort of box to someone, and
So what about you, Arthur? What are you doing? Because you have you have like a shitting green over there, and I don't know what you're up to.
I don't understand why going to a clothing store would help the mission by talking to this gentleman.
Because it's too obvious for you to just walk out the door right now.
There's already SAM units that walk about.
Newer ones.
but have you seen 4 old SAM units walking around together in a group
It's a little
heading
bit
places
sus, Arthur.
when they're already suspicious of people from what we've done?
FYI, Noah's playing his character beautifully. I'm just
Yeah.
I don't understand what you mean.
I'm gonna
Yeah, it's
hand him a box.
you're just gonna hand it to
I'm
him.
gonna hand him a box and say, "It's helping the mission.
All you got to do is just bring it with you.
Just hold it."
Yeah, just for now. We're still going to do the mission. I'm going to talk to you two and just be like, do we just skip the clothing store then? Because this is going to be a problem.
Do they know that I'm gone, or are they just now realizing?
I
that
think
I'm
we
gone?
can tell.
No,
Just
no,
now, okay.
no. You can. They can tell that whenever your mom came on the screen
After you weren't
And
on
yeah, I
your
was
hands
bored.
and knees,
and just
sobbing and,
just
throwing up.
nothing happened. Like
When you didn't scream for Betty,
Yeah.
we knew something was off.
yeah.
Okay.
For Betty.
Just making sure.
Okay. Do we just...
I guess for now, head just straight to the park.
Okay, well, yeah, let's head to the park and then we'll figure out where we're going from there. Because
Okay.
we need some instruction from this guy before we can really calculate what we're going to do.
Okay. So, as you begin to imagine this is kind of like a long city. So you're walking a couple miles. It's not like you're just gonna like, hey, I'm at the park now. As you guys are all walking, you're each holding like bags of trash. I'm assuming that you guys are like picking up some trash, that sort of thing.
Probably.
Okay, I need everybody to give me an agility check, please.
God damn it!
Well, no, I'm sorry. Give me a charisma check. Make that a charisma check.
You made it worse.
Can we roll again
Sorry.
since you changed it?
No.
Why not?
Just if you want to, I don't care.
I'm taking that.
So these charisma checks are basically what you're gonna do is like you're performing the act of not being
Yeah, I
suspicious.
should obviously fail this.
Yeah. So 6 3
3.
6.
3.
Three,
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
nobody passed. Good. This is great.
Awesome.
The next thing you guys know, as like the line is going through and oxygen tanks are coming along, you hear a military officer yell over to you forward, and he goes, "Hey, units, over here now!" in a very like stern, prominent voice. What do you want to do?
I keep walking.
Yeah, just keep walking. Just pretend like I didn't hear him at first.
Okay, Holly, or I'm sorry, what's your name? Olive.
Olive. Fuck.
So he's just bebopping along. You're just following behind him, and
I'll stop and turn towards him.
I'm still picking
Okay.
up trash.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm gonna
I'll
pick up
continue
trash and I'm gonna
also.
put it in his container and mine. Like,
Okay.
as
Alright.
we go. Like, just diligently, like, doing my job without
Gotcha.
hearing.
I'm just going to quietly say go and turn and
Are you?
face him.
Are you gonna face him?
I'm going to turn and
Okay.
face him, and I'm going to quietly tell them go.
He looks at the other three and he goes, "I said, come here now." And
I'll start walking towards them.
he starts to try to meet up with you, and he begins to pull a rifle from his side and loads it.
I'll grab a hold of him, like, kind of, like, without,
Okay.
and I'll be like, the mission's not going to happen if we don't listen to this guy. I know you want to accomplish the mission. You're not going to be able to if you're dead.
I'll stop trying to tug. For now.
Okay. And then I'm going to, like, kind of, like, tug him, and I'm going to turn around and just go, excuse me? Or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't even know how they would.
No, you just
They
talk
just
normally.
talk like normal, right?
Yeah, you just
Okay.
talk
Yes,
normal.
sir.
I go, excuse me?
He goes, What are you four doing?"
Oh, trash pickup.
Box delivery.
And he goes, "Is this something new? We didn't have this before."
They said they wanted to repurpose us SAM units with all of this going on. They didn't really give us a lot of detail, but it's not our place to ask.
Give me another charisma check.
God.
Roll it on the table.
Me, I don't understand that.
You're also a
Box
liaison.
delivery.
That's
I am a
2.
liaison.
A 2 plus your charisma.
Plus
Okay, that's 4, but liaison?
It
Yeah.
still wouldn't make it. It's still 6.
Yeah, at least yeah.
Okay, that's 5.
Box delivery.
That's still a failure.
How are they fucking... Oh my god.
7.
Last time I thought it was 3 or... Oh, it's a
Every-
7.
Evan.
That's
Everything
it.
is
I
a
thought it was
7.
3 or... Well,
Everything is
Threes
a
are
7 in this game.
3 is everyone's John.
everyone's John. That's what I'm
Yeah.
thinking of. Okay, sorry, I'm mixing up. Go
Yep.
ahead. I got really hopeful for a
Yeah,
second.
everything is a 7 in this game.
Okay,
And he
I
goes, "You four, stay right here. I'll be back." You see him turn around, and he's like walking back to another general,
What?
and he pulls out his walkie.
Run.
I just walk.
Run. We're just going to turn around and run.
Where are you running to?
We're going to book it. Okay, so wait. So I drew this real quick. This is the park, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Tyler.
Say we're like way out here.
Is he a part of the government?
He is a part of the government.
He is?
Yes. So Arthur, you walk up.
I walk up to him, grab the walkie-talkie.
He
and
I'm gonna say he spins around. And he goes, "I told you to stay there," and you just crush it in your hands. He goes, "What are you doing? What?" And he goes, "Sarge," and he gets to he gives like a high sign to another, and you see another highly decorated official running towards that man,
You are affecting the mission.
and he goes, "Your mission was to stay put."
You're not my master.
You hear another man go up,
Quick with it.
and he goes, "What's going on?" And he fills him in really quick, and he goes, "Shit." He goes, "I bet this is one of Dr. Mannheim's men." He goes, "Get him."
I'm going to flat out attack. They're
So
stopping me from...
the one soldier goes to lunge for you. What do you want to do?
I'll dodge out of the way.
Okay, give me an agility check.
All right.
Man, we should have gone to the clothing store.
7.
Oh shit! You dodge out of the way. You're able as he goes to lunge for you. You do a sidestep. I'll even say that he falls to the ground.
How close am I to the
Can I
sergeant?
grab the gun?
You can get up there. I mean,
can I
it's not
see?
far.
Can I see any other military personnel? Like initially,
You can, as right now, you can see that the other ones, they're kind of like, there's a massive crowd, right?
Yeah.
And they're all being like, people are fighting over tanks. They're ripping them out of their hands. There's money flying everywhere. So I would say that these are the only 2 government officials right now that are even remotely.
not even thinking about it.
witnessing-
I'm just gonna go up and grab the other guy by the neck.
I'm
Sick
going to
'em,
grab
Arthur.
the gun.
What's
The
that?
guy on the ground, I'm going to grab his gun.
Oh. Shit. Okay.
Okay, I am gonna tell you,
Um,
don't shoot, don't make noise.
I'm gonna
And
say
I'm gonna-
since you did an agility check, I'll give it to you. You now have a rifle. Okay. Its damage output is 4, and you have. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna say
The one with no emotions has a gun now.
you have 4 or you have 6 rounds, or no, I'm sorry, you have 12 rounds with that.
I'm gonna grab him by the neck.
The other one or the
Yeah.
one on the ground?
No, the one that I'm
Okay,
gonna
like
choke
this.
him out
Okay.
before he can do anything.
Yeah, go ahead. Give me a strength check.
I'm gonna curb stomp the one on the ground.
8.
8?
Technically
Yeah.
10 if
Yeah.
you look at security guard because I work out.
Yeah, you.
I work out.
I work out.
Yeah, you grab him by the neck. I'm gonna say that you're able to like just basically choke him to the point of like exhaustion. I'm not gonna say he's dead, but I'm gonna
kill
say
him.
that you have like. You're gonna kill him.
I hate to tell you.
Okay.
If I just rolled an 8, possibly a 10, I'm snapping. Like I'm gonna break his neck.
All right. I mean, you can roll for damage too. So let me grab that.
Oh, if I gotta
So-
roll for damage, I'll just
you
knock him
don't
out.
roll for damage actually. I mean, you deal 1 damage. I'm gonna say that he's incapacitated.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever.
You did hurt him, so if anybody does shoot him, he could die quicker than the other one.
Building nearby. Anything.
I'm gonna say that your closest building. Your closest building would be the hardware store.
There's not a house nearby or anything. I just need to go behind it. That's all.
I'm
Or
still
a
gonna say,
bush?
I'm gonna still say that the hardware store is probably the closest.
Okay.
Or
I
is
was
there
gonna
like
say, or a
a
bush or
military
something.
car that they were?
Basically, let's put it this way: is there somewhere I can shove these bodies real quick that's nearby to at least buy us some time?
So there is something that's nearby. There is a like between you, kind of in between you and the hardware store. There is an abandoned train tunnel. Like you go down a set of steps and you board a train, that sort of thing. So there is like an old-fashioned rail car down there.
How far away, roughly? Like roughly.
I mean, within just a couple feet. Like you could chuck them both down in there. It is boarded up a little bit, but you could do a strength check to rip off a board to throw their bodies in, if that's something that interests you. I will let you know that the rail station beneath the thing, goes basically anywhere in the city and also goes on the outskirts. So a rail car is also something.
Sounds like our perfect mode of travel. Putting 2 military members in there is not a good idea. And also, we're looking for a secret hideout that links to the park. Seems like a good place to have a secret hideout. Underground tunnels.
Okay. How much trash do we have?
Put their bodies in a little cardboard.
I'm literally just gonna put them down and then stack trash in front of them.
I want you to know that Noah just pushed the other one on the ground.
Yeah,
He's still
I was
alive.
going to step
I
on
said
his
I wanted to
spine.
step on him.
Yeah.
I was gonna say.
When he was
I thought, yeah.
choking him, I wanted to curb stomp his throat.
I mean,
Maybe in the process,
are you
grab
guys
the
all trying to commit
barrel
murder?
of the gun and not point it
man.
at him.
all right.
Stomp.
The
go,
mission.
Go ahead. You have to roll a strength check to do that, but or you have to roll to see if you like hit him. You know what I mean? Or no, because you're fighting. He's incapacitated, so no, it's fine. Go ahead because he's on the ground. So you just roll 1 damage. You step on him. You roll damage. You step on him. He's still alive. He has 1. The other guy has 2. The guy who's incapacitated.
Is he okay? Incapacitated, not unconscious.
The guy in the ground is.
The guy that you like choked out.
Yeah.
He's like. Meh. He's,
Oh,
he's
he's
not
unconscious.
dead.
Zonked out.
No,
He's
that's
zonked
fine.
out,
As long
yeah.
as he's unconscious.
Yeah, he's unconscious.
Okay.
They're stepping on him, and imagine you have these like android-style feet, and you're just.
I'm just trying to sever his spine so he can't walk.
Yeah,
That's what I'm trying to do.
That's what I was hoping to do with
That was
his
a tap
neck.
dancer.
Chris,
Sever
do you just want to like step on him and then like we'll just vanish him?
Yeah.
Come on,
Okay,
Krista.
so
Well, I'm not near. I didn't say I was following them, so
You-
I'm on the other side of the street. Like
you're just watching them curb stomp a government
I'm
official.
honestly
Run up and-
pretending like nothing is happening,
So-
just in case
so-
somebody
so-
looks at
so
me
literally
and
Ness is
doesn't
over
look
there
at
just
them.
still picking up
I was
garbage,
just
just
saying, no,
watching
she's
it
picking
all.
flowers. She's like,
So Ness is over there.
I'm just like hoping
People's
somebody
elbow.
looks at me before they look at them.
Yeah.
So I'm
Okay.
Fair
just
enough.
gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
So I'm gonna say that this guy he's like moaning. You know what I mean? He's like, oh.
Still
My-
saying something.
I-
Step.
Oh, one more time?
Yes.
Okay. We're gonna do an opposed roll to see if I can just like roll out of the way of this final blow.
people's elbow. Give him the people's
So
elbow.
my strength would be, okay, well my strength's actually negative right now, so I got a 4.
8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, finishing blow. Tell me how you do it.
I sever, like, I go straight for the middle of the back where I can hear a pop, and he physically cannot move. Like, his lower back is
I
just...
think
Now
he's dead
apparently.
now,
Yeah,
right?
no, he's dead
He's
now.
dead
Well, I'm
now.
just...
Yeah, he's dead now.
That's the SAM unit saying,
Yeah.
sever
He
the
can't
spine.
move.
He can't move. He can't get help.
Exactly.
Quickly
Bury him in trash.
gonna tell him, throw these guys together, throw all the trash on it, and let's go.
Okay. You start to stack up the things and start burying them, and you got to run back to Nissa, and the next thing you see an elderly man. He's dragging his little tank home. You know, he has like a small walker. And you see him kind of like digging through some of the bins outside. He picks out some rotten fruit and some other things. As you guys are crossing the street, you notice he picks up one of the boxes that are covering the men and looking for a bite to eat. And he goes, "Oh my God!" He goes, "Help! Help! These people need help!" And he starts screaming.
Go.
He's not government. He's fine.
Yeah, go. We just gotta go.
And he starts screaming. What would you guys like to do?
How far away is he from me?
Just across the street.
Okay.
Give him a couple credits and tell him.
I'm gonna
look the
turn
other
over.
way.
I'm gonna turn and look at him, and I'm gonna say, "Hey,
He looks over and he goes, "I need help. Can you help me?"
stop! You saw nothing.
But these people,
You
they're...
saw nothing. If you understand, you saw nothing."
He goes, "You're one of the doctor's men, aren't you?"
I'm gonna. What credits do I have?
I'd say like you have like 2 or 3 credits.
What does he need to get like a good amount of?
Oh, like
oxygen?
one would get like I would say like 2 credits would get him like an oxygen tank and a meal.
I'll go over and I'm gonna hand him 2 credits, and I'm just gonna turn around and walk the other way.
As soon as you hand him the money, he goes, and you just see him just like with all whatever little force he has left in his leg, he just literally curb stomps that government official and just splits his head open. And he goes, "Have a good day." And he puts the money in his pocket, and you see him just drag his tank the rest of the way down the street and out of sight. So
I thought that was gonna be like he jumps in the air.
Clutching
Not
our
he
pearls.
fucking finishes
He fucking
it.
throws the tank off. He's like, "Yeah!" He just master Roshi's it. Just turns into this buff dude. Yeah.
So, with that being said, so what do you guys want to do from there?
Word.
You're literally like a few feet from the hardware store. You're a couple feet away from the clothing store.
Do we know how this rail system works?
From what you can originally tell, basically, it was actually, when it was first built, it was like a normal subway, right? So, like, trains would come in, they'd stop, that sort of thing. As the years went on, the train stations couldn't keep them open. But what a lot of people were doing is they were putting, like, a small personal rail car in, just to, fuel a few people or fit a few people, and basically you would like hit a couple buttons and it would take you there. Basically like an underground taxi. You know what I mean? So it's much more like it's more consolidated.
Do we check out rail car system to get to the park, or do we just walk on top?
Do we have any rough ideas where Johnny is?
No.
Or we just know
You just know
hidden in the park.
he's located somewhere in the park.
How far did you say the park was away from us?
A couple miles.
Especially with
I'm partially looking at you because
I was gonna say,
you're
especially
about.
with
I
some-
walk to the park.
Well, this is what I'm saying. You're part of the mission, obviously, and this is your goal. What do you think is most efficient? Because
Instead of-
you may not have the emotion, but you still have the brains. So what do you find most efficient without us getting caught? Because obviously that is going to fail the mission.
and delay us further.
Yes.
Well, walking there, technically, without any other problems, we'll get there within 10,
Half
20
an hour.
minutes, half an
Yeah.
hour, yeah. But going to an underground system, it would take about the same thing, but it would also take time to open one of those holes, climb down. Maybe if the train doesn't work or does work, we'll have to make sure we don't get hit by a train. But
Hobos.
it could be underneath.
Hey. It's dark underground, isn't it?
It is.
You can't go in there. All right, let's go. Up top.
Nissa, I need you to really quick give me an education check.
I thought he was going to be the problem, but you might be the problem.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, they'll put me in a little coal cart and push me along.
6.
I'll just be carrying Holly
6?
everywhere.
You hear the static of a radio, and you're just kind of confused. You hear like mumbling, static of a radio, and you look up at the top of the hardware, like the top of the hardware building. So imagine like you're like looking up, kind of like in our town, right? Mm-hmm. And you see a figure just kind of juke back down from being on top of the roof.
We're being watched.
Underground.
Scatter.
No.
Scatter like the little cockroaches we are.
Again, she didn't see who it was.
Yeah.
Or what it was. She just, you know that you saw some sort of figure on top of a roof, and you could hear some sort of radio go off.
Yep.
Underground.
Yeah, we have to go underground.
We have to make a decision. We have to make an.
I'm going to point it out to you. I'm going to say, if this person is like against us, then if we go above ground, it's going to delay the mission. It's going, all that stuff. But also at the same time, we technically semi have a little bit of leeway with time on this too, like timing on it. So we just have to get to the park. So I'm going to try to like logically explain this to Noah's character. What? I keep wanting to say
Arthur.
Isaac. Arthur. And
so I will say,
I do have it right on the front.
I will say you do have a little bit of time if you do want to explore the stores and stuff. I will allow it. You're not like,
because he won't allow it.
He might.
No.
You caused this hell. You're going to live in it.
I'm just saying, you might need it because you guys don't have anything.
I'm gonna rip the board off.
But we also don't know what we need, so.
Well, I'm just saying, you have no weapons. You have.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Arthur.
Oh, you got Arthur with a rifle. That is true.
Yeah, by the way, Arthur,
Also,
do you mind
maybe someone
giving
should
somebody
take
else that rifle?
Because God forbid an old lady's walking too slow and it's delaying the mission.
Doesn't really have anything to do with the mission. We're still gonna get the mission done.
Lugging that around is just going to slow you down.
How long does all
Oh
of
shit, it will
power
slow you
last?
down.
What's that?
Looking at things?
No,
What?
having the rifle.
Heavy. Slow you down. Not as nimble and quick.
Don't be
Complete the
easily
mission.
swayed.
It was logic, though.
Yeah, but
For the mission.
I just want to make it clear to Arthur, this is all of our missions, and we all want this mission to succeed no matter what.
Yeah, listen to one I would.
So,
To me, I think we have just as many opposing factors if we go below ground than we do above as we do above ground. We have no idea what we would run into below ground. It'll be dark.
Possibly
Depending
wet.
on what
You will
time
be
it is, you could power
incapacitated.
down.
Possibly wet.
no, it doesn't matter about the time. That's the thing. It's just in the dark, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in the dark. So I have
I'm
to.
down
I have to
anyway.
carry her over my shoulder as soon as we hit the dark.
I asked earlier if it was just for the light or if it was the time of day.
It's a solar panel.
It's a solar panel, so she needs sunlight.
Because you said night to morning.
Right. Yeah, she needs this sunlight. Like, she needs physical sunlight. If she's like, say, if you're in a tunnel and there's like a flashlight or whatever, it's not gonna work.
Yeah.
Because you need the sun's radiation to power her.
Okay.
I think what he meant is she regularly powers down every night.
Yeah, because
But
the
also,
sun
if
is.
she loses the sun, then she will also power down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Yeah, it's not the time of day, it is the sun itself.
Okay. So we got that clarified. Let's
I feel like abandoned tunnels are also wet.
just
Underground tunnels.
let's just try to get through above ground.
Yeah.
That's
I
gonna
can
be yeah.
How about this?
You guys can do whatever
How
you
about
want.
this?
Oh, I know.
I'm excited for whatever path
I feel like
you
this
choose.
is one of those moments where the door is not locked.
So
We just need to open the door.
You
So-
do. It is true.
I'm
I'm
going-
not giving you some
I
crazy
say
puzzle
we just,
right now.
We just hike to the park.
I'm going
Yeah.
to suggest it does make sense going underground. I will go and open whatever it is. It'll take me a little bit of time. So
If I help you though, I have really high strength.
I'm pretty
so-
much giving you guys time to go to stores to help.
Oh,
the
so he's
mission.
trying to give you kind of both.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I will open
He's
it
kind of giving you
while
like
you
the,
guys go search
kinda
a
do
couple
both.
stores.
Do you guys want to go? I'll give you my credits. You guys can go.
What are we getting?
Well,
Yeah, what do we think we're gonna need?
Whatever.
the
I have
most?
my
Power
credits
bank
too.
for
I
you.
don't need.
Raincoat for her.
I'm just saying there's certain things that like there's also things too that like when you get in there, like I'll describe things that are available to you that you might not think of, or things that you can think of creatively to build to
Okay.
make other things.
I know about my quirk, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Everybody
everything.
knows what their thing is, and then the doctor has explained also what your benefits are. So
Okay. I'm
you,
gonna
you
go to
have
the
a very
electronics
good
store.
you have a very good understanding of yourself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So how many credits do we each have?
A few. I'll tell you if you have enough or not.
I have one.
I gave them.
You gave
wanna
me
give-
mine.
Okay, so I'm gonna say you give them to Cody because
I don't.
I have none. I
has-
gave him to the old man
gave
so
him to
that
the
he
old
could
man.
curb stomp someone.
just so it's fair.
I will slowly try and
So how
open
many
up
do I
the
have?
hole.
Like 3.
A couple.
Okay.
I'll let you know if you
All
can pay
right,
for it or
bastard.
not. So Arthur, are you gonna try and pry up some
Yeah.
of the boards to get that open? Okay. Give me a strength check. See, like we'll work on getting the place uncapped. A 3. Yeah, failed.
It'll take time.
Yeah, it'll take time. So, Olive, where do you want to go?